Okay, it says we contacted them in 2010. Okay, all right. Hi everybody. Hi. So we have a update, I guess, on our birth parent search. So in February, we received an email from Holt explaining that they got the petition for adoption information for us. Yeah, they want us. You have to fill out like some paperwork and stuff, just so they can begin even the search for your parents. And we actually tried to search for our parents in 2010. I started the process by contacting Holt, but ended up not going through with it because we weren't ready. And there were some things that they wanted from us, Holt, and we weren't ready to provide that. They wanted letters, personal letters, and stuff like that to our parents, and I just wasn't ready at that time, and so we didn't go any further than that in 2010. So now we're going through Holt, yes, but Korea and Me is helping us because they have a relationship with Holt. And just for some background information, you have to go, they have to have consent from the birth parents to give out any information.
Yes.
The privacy laws regarding parental information in Korea are very strict. So unless they have that consent, they won't give you any information.
And also, I know I've had some friends ask me, but it is illegal there to hire a private investigator. So we cannot do that.
Yeah. So we got an email back from the Holt social worker. She did give us some files. Some of them we weren't able to read because they were in Korean. But we got our birth mother's last name, same with our birth father. They were both 24. We were born October 15th, 85 at 12:48 p.m. at 2.2 kilograms by C-section. I was the firstborn, and then Vanessa was born 30 seconds later.
Okay, she always said it was 5 minutes. She always
That's
said
what that's what Mom told us.
Not 5 minutes.
It says your birth parents were very poor with no jobs, with many of households. Although they were not legally a married couple, it is presumed that they were living together on the premise of getting married. And from what I've read, even if she did give us up for adoption and we stayed in Korea, people would eventually find out. And if you were a child out of wedlock, you were basically shunned also.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's, you
Not
couldn't
your
help
fault,
it,
yeah.
but that's why a lot of Korean moms do international adoption, just because there's eventually people will find out, even if the adopted parents don't tell them. So in in February, we found out that they had a current address of our birth father, and they were trying to contact them. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through some emails. Yep.
Oh, and it wasn't a current address. I guess it was...
Current is a relative term.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Had an address that they thought could be current, I guess.
So on March 15th, we received an email from Holt saying, today I'm writing a message with great sadness. Our lives sometimes have unanswered questions, or we may be disappointed or upset by unwanted answers. I received the searching result today and found out both of your parents passed away. They were living together. They know the date and place of death, but not the cause. Um, and unfortunately, the date of their death was January 5th, 1989. So we were 4 years old. Um, that's basically all they know. Um,
So initially, when we had found out, we didn't find out all that information. They had just emailed us and told us that they were dead. And Joe had called me and on the phone. And so when we first found out, I guess I was shocked, for one, because I guess I just didn't think of that as a being an option. I thought of all these scenarios like, okay, they're not going to want to talk to us. They're going to be like, no, we don't want you, or whatever. But yeah, I didn't expect that, and it was really difficult for me. And before I had found out when they had died, I was upset at myself because we did try to find them in 2010, but ended up not going through with it because of me, because I wasn't ready. And I was like, man, if we could have found them sooner, and it's my fault that we didn't find them because I wasn't ready. I was just being stupid and stubborn. But then we found out the date, and actually we would have found out then too that they had passed away, because they had passed away when we were 4 years old. So yeah, that was a shocker for sure. What were your initial thoughts on it?
well, obviously, my first initial thought was, okay, I have to call Vive. It's hard. I don't really know how to explain it because it's really hard to grieve someone that means a lot to you, but you don't know or don't remember. And obviously, the second concern was, okay, where's our triplet? If they died in 89, our triplet was 4.
Same as us.
So we don't really know what happened to them. From what our social worker and Korea Me director, they lived in a very undeveloped, poor part of the country, and it was the middle of winter. A lot of people succumbed to the elements, so that could have been a reason why they passed, because they did pass together. So hopefully when we go to Korea and go to Holt, maybe they can give us a little bit more information. We're not sure. We won't know until we're actually there.
Yeah.
But it was hard. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of heartbreak. But I don't think, personally for me, I'll go through the grieving process until after Korea. Just because there's so many answers that we don't have, that it's really hard to start that grieving process without those answers.
I know. I think I already hit the anger and things. I don't know the process, but I mean, first you're shocked, and then it was kind of like, well, you kind of have that thought, like, are they just telling us this because they don't want to see us? But that's such a,
extreme,
specific thing. And then, you kind of get to the part that's like, oh, well, that's not fair. That's not fair. This is not fair. When they had told us that there was, a good chance that they had some good information on our father, even though I said I wasn't getting my hopes up, I half expected to be meeting them, and they had prepared us. They had said...
Yeah, they had emailed us.
Yeah, they had said, we need your travel plans in case we have to set up a meet. We were one of the ones that they had pretty much thought we were going to meet our birth family. So we, as much as I'm like, I didn't get my hopes up, I did. I really thought we were going to meet them. I really thought we were.
I was imagining, like, already in my head, like, saying mom and dad in Korea and to them, and showing them pictures of my kids, their grandkids, and just
they had mentioned to us that a lot of times when the birth parents find their children, they assume that their children is now back in their lives and they want like a very close relationship with them, and to prepare for that, because that's not something I really thought about. And I was like, I got to prepare myself, because they're going to want me to visit them, and they're going to want to talk to me and communicate with me all the time, because they're going to think they have their children back. And I think it's really I don't want to say it's unfair, because life isn't fair, but
it was just shattering, like just breaking apart that hope and that images we had in our heads.
yeah, I think when I found out, when I was talking to my husband about it, I said I'm never gonna be able to talk to my mom. I'm never gonna be able to tell her that I'm not mad, because I was mad for so long. I was bitter about it. I was upset about it, and
we wanted her to know that we didn't.
We
blame
know
her.
she did the right thing. So many adoptive moms, like from all the research I've done, all the reading I've done, they just feel so guilty. And I understand, if I had to give up my kid, like, for their own, better life, then yeah, I mean, you feel guilty. And I just
didn't want them to feel like that.
I wanted her to know it's okay, like, you did the right thing, and we're not mad at you.
We have beautiful lives. We're happy, healthy. We have our own families.
That's all I wanted.
And we're grateful.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was crying about the most. I was like, she's never gonna know that I'm not mad.
Yeah. It was difficult, and it's difficult telling everyone, because everyone was just so excited for us. Everyone was just so hopeful, and just
so everybody was rooting for us.
It's hard to tell you, because we don't want to disappoint anybody, and obviously, no one's, I don't know, disappointed or blaming us or anything like that, but like, we were hopeful. We really were. And we shared that with a couple close friends, and to have to,
because every person I had to share that with, I said, I got some news about my parents. And they just said, you found them. And I had to say, no, they're dead. Because then we just assume that you have some news. You found them, because we thought we were going to find them. We thought at least
yeah,
I
mean,
did.
I guess we were a little naive, not thinking that they might have passed. But I'm glad we know, rather than them saying, oh, we couldn't find any information. And now I think our biggest focus is trying to figure out how to properly honor them, mourn them, and figuring out what happened to our triplet.
Yeah, because that's a mystery, because the adoption agency has no idea. They can't tell us anything.
They don't have really information on our triplet.
Yeah.
Because why would they? They didn't go through the adoption process or anything. So we're hoping that we can go to the local police station or hospital. They don't really keep like obituaries like they do here. Like I said, it was very undeveloped, so we don't know what records they have.
We know the last name and the date, but honestly, our Korean last name is
very
like
common.
Smith here, so
without a first name, we're not going to get much information.
So yeah,
we're not giving up yet, though.
No, I mean, I definitely want to find out what feel like I need to know what happened to them, and I need to know what happened to our triplet. I can't imagine one of us losing not only each other, but losing their parent too, at 4 years old.
And they probably don't know about us because they were 4, and even if our parents did tell them they had
they won't even
Siblings,
remember.
they
But they
wouldn't have
still
remembered it.
lost us.
But, we don't know if they went.
Okay, we're back. Sorry,
We had to switch phones. So,
I don't know what we were saying.
Yeah, so our
the
triplet probably doesn't know about us at all. But we still want to find them. And we're still going to search and do everything that we can to find the closure and the answers we need. And we're grateful for, everyone and anyone that helps us on our journey of finding that closure.
So, I don't want to say we're sorry to disappoint you, but our parents are. But
so that is our update on our birth parents.
Sorry, it's not a happy update.
It's not a happy update, but
we're still planning on going to Korea. I'm not gonna lie, there was a moment when I was like, I don't even want to go anymore, but I do want to go. I do want to go. It passed. I was upset at the moment, and yes, we do want to go. And
there's 2 cardinals up in that tree right now. Maybe it's a sign.
But hopefully we'll be able to find them and pay our respects and thank them in person for what they did for us.
Yeah. And our way of honoring their memory is just bringing back as much Korean culture and sharing that with our families and especially our children so they can carry on and remember where we came from and remember that sacrifice that our birth parents made for us so we could have a better life. We're very grateful for that.
And make it a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a good one.
Yep. So thank you everyone for tuning in again. And if we find out anything more, we will let you know. But probably it won't be till after Korea we will have more official information about our birth family search because we still are searching for family.
Yep. And sorry, this was a bummer of a video.
We love you guys though. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.